Hey there, this is Rick the Undaunted Dad, and today we are going to be reviewing the Oster countertop oven. We bought it at Costco about a month ago, and we really like it so far. It's model TSSTTVCG03. Say that 3 times fast. It is, like I said, a Costco brand, or a Costco product rather, and as you know, Costco carries and doesn't carry things depending on when you need it. So we're going to go over what this toaster oven's like, how it works, and give you some tips and tricks. We did have a previous toaster oven from Costco that was a Cuisinart, but we really did not like it because it took an age to toast anything. It was like a 20-minute toast time. So this thing is much quicker. We really like it a lot better. The other one was a convection / toaster oven, but the toasting feature was really what we wanted most of, and quick heating up, and this really does the trick well. So we're very happy with it so far. And like I said, it's been about a month. I don't like to give a review until we've used it for a little while so we can really know what we're talking about. And let's go over everything, and thanks for watching. Of course, one thing you'll get is the instruction manual, and it's pretty basic. It gives you a few pages of, information, and then some warnings, how to use convection heat, and then it gives you a bunch of recipes. So it's a nice little book. We've cracked it open once or twice, but not too often. And the other thing that this comes with is a little cookie sheet. So you can use this if you'd like to bake cookies on, they say. There's a removable tray. It's really nice. And one feature that I like is this crumb tray. Unfortunately, this unit does not have a bottom that opens up. I know some, our Black & Decker we had a while back, the bottom opened up and it was really easy to dump crumbs out. So this is okay. It works pretty well, but you kind of have to be a little tricky when you take it out, because you tilt it when you take it out, and invariably some of the crumbs will fall off as you're sliding it out. But one way to resolve that is put a piece of foil underneath it, so you can catch any of the crumbs that fall out in the foil, and you don't have to mess with sticky cheese or whatever. So if we're doing that, we'll put a piece of foil underneath on top of this, and making grilled cheese sandwiches or something like that. It's great for making grilled cheese sandwiches, actually, and that'll help keep the inside clean and not messy. So that's about this. Now this the placement of this rack is pretty important, because if you want something to be cooking at the top, the top rack position's good. But if you don't, then you better be putting it on the bottom, because the top will get brown very quickly. We usually do keep it in the middle rack because we like to use the bake and toast feature the most, and this is great for doing that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat up some lasagna really quick so we can see how that is, and don't worry, I'll fast forward it so you don't have to wait in anticipation like me. Okay, so I've got my lasagna here. This is from Easter. My wife's Italian, so we do lasagna and ham. And I'm going to go ahead and put it in here. Now, I should have preheated this, but I didn't. So one thing you got to remember with this toaster oven is you have to turn it. It's all done on a timer. So if you want it to stay on, you have to turn it all the way to the end here, like this, and it'll stay on. But I don't want to do that. So one thing to remember is you have to turn the knob past 20, the 20 time, to get it to stay on. Because if you just do this, it won't start heating up. You have to turn it past 20 and then back. So I'm going to put it on for 10 minutes at 350, and I'm going to be baking it here. Bacon is top and bottom, as I will show you right now. Okay, so like I said, baking is top and bottom, and you can see that because there's a line, some heat, and another line, so that means heat's coming from both sides. Broil is, of course, only the top. Toast is both. Warm is just keeping something warm, and turbo is the convection side of it, where it heats things up quickly. So, of course, we've got below that, we've got your temperature gauge. And, you go anywhere from warm up to roast, which is 450. I'm keeping mine at 350 right now. And then lastly, you've got your timer. And like I said, you see that little note, whoop, it says turn to 20 and then to desired time. So you have to go past 20 and then, go to 45 or 5 or 10 or whatever it is. So that's how that works. Make sure you remember that, because if you don't, you're not going to be doing too much cooking. So the timer has a little toast at about the 10 mark. We find that 5 is more than enough, because the toast gets brown real quick with this thing. This is a nice quick oven, much better than the Cuisinart we had before. So like I said, right now I'm cooking my lasagna, heating it up from Easter Sunday. One thing with this oven is and probably a lot of ovens, is when it starts heating up, you'll hear the metal, pop and click a little bit. That's normal, not a big deal. But as you can see, I put some foil down underneath my lasagna because it's very cheesy, and I certainly don't want to melt the cheese off of my oven. So we've been about 5 minutes. For the last 5 minutes, I'm going to put on the turbo to get the convection part going, so I can have some nice hot air circulating all around my lasagna, and that will help speed things up and give me a yummy lunch. You can hear the quiet fan start going with the timer. It's not too loud at all. I wouldn't call this a hardcore convection oven by any means, but it certainly does help. Alright, so we're just about done with my lasagna. I don't want it to get so hot that it's too hot to eat, so I'm going to stop just before that point. It's nice and gooey cheesy here, so I am going to take this foil out. The foil's not hot. I'll set that aside. Okay, so my lasagna's done. Now I'm going to put a piece of toast in. What you should do is turn the temperature knob all the way to 450, which is toast. Put the top knob on toast. I'm going to put my piece of toast in the oven. Nice piece of sourdough bread here. I'm going to turn it past 20 and then back up to 10, which is the toast. I'm sure it's going to be done before 10, but let's see. It's getting nice and brown. Toasty brown. Look at that. So as you can see, it's been about 2 minutes. And the toast is just about done. 2.5 minutes maybe. I think I'm going to take it out because I don't want it to burn. So that was certainly less than 10 minutes, less than 5 minutes even. And I have a nice, beautiful brown piece of toast. It's a little bit hot. I'll put it with my lasagna. So there you go. That's the Oster toaster oven from Costco. I'll provide a link in the notes. It may or may not be available, of course, so maybe I'll put a Amazon link in there too. But I hope you enjoyed it, and hey, subscribe to our channel and support us. We'd really appreciate it. Thanks so much. And hey, let us know what you want to hear about in the comments too, because it's all about what you guys want to see. Thank you. Bye-bye.